My name's Lee Fields. I am front of house engineer for Lincoln Brewster and audio director for Bayside Church in Granite Bay. I've been mixing audio in church and for Christian artists for about 10 years. Some of my favorite plugins are C6. I'm using on vocals, I'm using on the stereo bus. I really like taking those two bands on the stereo bus, finding those problem areas in the PA, and just like surgery, just cutting them right out. Vocals, it helps get that airiness, that breathiness as loud as you need it to be without getting in trouble with feedback and getting right in the face of the audience. On drums, API. What API does on drums for me is make them sound enormous but still keep them musical. With the 550B, snare drum, kick drum, every one of my drum inputs have some form of API on it. 2500 compressor, everything, it's awesome. API compressor, snare drum. This is a Black Beauty, a world famous snare. What this does to the snare drum, get that nice slap pop. I love this plugin. This is also on our the drum bus as well. And this is low air. I've just been messing with this recently, but what this has done to bass guitar, I'm gonna be playing with this some more. It changed the mix way for the better today. I can't wait to use this some more. So this is C6 on Lincoln's vocal. This is almost 100% Pooch's vocal preset. It's just been tweaked like just a little bit. This sounds awesome. I was blown away at how good it sounded just as soon as I loaded it. For me, presets in House of Worship is everything. When I'm traveling on the road with Lincoln, we leave the church here and we have some other engineers, and sometimes, and a lot of times that's volunteers. So this is where presets are huge, with the ability to recall scenes on digital consoles, and now within the plugin having presets, individual vocal presets for any worship leader, any background singer, any guitar player. The ability for a volunteer to just click on someone's name, click on an instrument, and recall the show that we've created and spent days and days and sometimes weeks on to mix. Now they can do it with just clicking a button. I'm on the other side of the country and the church still has an incredible experience. So this is Lincoln's compressor setting. This is what I use on his vocal. It's CLA 76 Blue. This is awesome. This actually came from a preset that was already loaded in. I just tweaked it just ever so slightly. So just more proof that the presets are doing half the work for you. You just got to experiment a little bit with them. It's awesome. Using compressors on Lincoln's vocal like CLA 76, it's able for me to take his vocal almost off the stage and right into the audience, right in the palm of their hands. So that way he's able to take the message from the stage and what he's singing about and translate that perfectly right into the crowd. For House of Worship and with Lincoln, that's so important because that's what we're doing. We're trying to translate a message of hope and inspiration to the rest of the world. So any way that I can add energy to that and help translate that, then I'm doing my job. When we travel with Lincoln, obviously sometimes you don't have the benefit of a console with preloaded plugins, but now with multi-rack on virtually any console I'm on, I'm able to travel with my multi-rack file and have all the plugins that I have on any other console. I can take that with me. Being able to do that has saved us time and made our shows sound better than ever in any city that we're in. My goal as audio director at Bayside and front of house engineer for Lincoln is to convey the message on stage to the people as best that I can and even help exemplify that. So number one priority for me is to make sure that the message that's happening on stage gets translated to the crowd the absolute best that it can. And with Waves, it's become much easier to do that.